Hello Pisces and welcome to my channel. This is going to be your June 2023 reading for Sun, Moon and Rising. We're going to jump straight in there after 20 seconds of the sound bowl just to tune into the energy. So if you'd like to join me in a nice deep inhalation and exhale. Okay Pisces, let us see what June has in store for you. The theme for the month will be taken from a major arcana. We'll do 3 piles. First pile will be current energy starting the month off of June. Middle pile will be anything that's unseen, and the final pile will be the outcome for the month of June. But let's just get a theme for you first of all. Thank you. The Chariot. Sorry, there's a bit of a halo going on with my light. So you are definitely rising up. Okay, this Chariot talks about victory, it talks about triumph, it talks about bolting forward and making stuff happen. All right, so let us see how this is playing up for you. It's also about kind of harnessing your shadow and your light in equal measure, having internal balance and deciding to take action regardless of what anyone else thinks and regardless of what the future actually holds. It's like, you know, I've got my mind set up on something and I'm just going to go and do it. Simple as. Come what may. But it is a very victorious card as well. For some of you, you may be traveling, moving house, transporting with vehicles. Okay, let's see how this is panning out for you. I will show you the cards. Let me just these cards out first of all. Oh, wow. Okay. Starting off really strong, we've got the 5 of Wands, Ace of Wands, and the Magician. Okay, so this is regardless of what people around you are saying with that 5 of Wands. Okay, regardless of what competition looks like, you are fired up and ready to go. All right. Ace of Wands represents a brand new beginning, exciting, inspired action and passion, and the Magician is in your favor at the moment. So you are the master manifestor this time. Okay. So again, all that kind of Chariot energy is definitely coming through. The idea that it doesn't really matter if other people have different ideas about what you're doing, even if you are dealing with gossip in the workplace, or if your friends and family don't kind of see eye to eye, you're like, you know what, everyone else can have their vision, this is mine. And as you do so with that Chariot, boom, you're moving forward quite fast. And with the Magician card as well, you really have all the elements at your fingertips. You can really make stuff happen. So you've got a very strong energy as you start the month off in June. I'm just going to clarify before we move forward. So let's get a little bit more information for you. I'm not taking jumpers. It's almost as if the new beginnings of the Ace of Wands and the Magician has been born out of conflict. Now, for some of you, it could be internal conflict, but it's that, it's like, no, you've had enough. You've had enough. It's like taking the bull by the horns and just making it happen, okay? Okay. Right. Under the 5 of Wands, we have the Hanged Man, the Page of Swords, and the King of Wands. Under the Ace of Wands, we have the 5 of Cups, King of Pentacles, King of Swords. Yo, you've got 3 kings already. And under the Magician, we've got the Empress. Yes, the Fool. Yes, and the Moon. Okay. So, it feels like this kind of this chariot moment, this moment where you are grabbing the bull by the horns and just kind of forging forward. It has been born out of this, I would say, kind of feeling a little bit stuck. Now, normally I wouldn't read the Hanged Man as that. If I just show you the cards, the Hanged Man, the Page of Swords, and the King of Wands over here. Okay, so the Hanged Man, for some reason, I'm really being drawn to this energy of you've been waiting for a while. There's been a sort of a period of stagnation. You have been kind of taking it slow because it feels like you haven't been able to do much about your situation. It actually feels pretty work related, although it could be romantic. It feels pretty work related. It's like trying to hang on in there and see how things pan out. But then in the waiting phase, you get this, it's almost like for some of you, you've got some like really dodgy news from a boss type figure, or from someone of a sense of authority who really kind of makes stuff happen. But I'm kind of feeling that it's it feels like it's it's the hammer on the nail. What's the word I'm trying to look for? It's like the last straw for you. You've been diligently carrying on and doing things as you will, and you've been waiting for the perfect moment to see how things are going to pan out for you. And then in that phase, even though there's been perhaps a little bit of discontent surrounding you, this doesn't feel like it's yours. It could cause a little bit of internal conflict, but it really just feels like the people around you, it's just the final straw. And this news that comes forward from a King of Wands energy, and the King of Wands energy, male or female, it doesn't matter, but it generally tends to be someone who is a type of boss figure, type of leader, who's very kind of charismatic, but can be a bit on the negative side of the King of Wands. He can be a bit egotistical, let's just put it that way. And it just feels like it's like the last straw. It's like as a result of that, you're like, no, I want something new now. Okay, the Ace of Wands represents that new beginning, that inspired action. Okay, it is clarified by the Five of Cups, the King of Pentacles, and the King of Swords. Okay, so I feel like you're at this point where you're ready to charge forward with that Chariot energy, because in a way you're now at the stage of like, okay, I've been in this situation I've been hanging in the situation way too long. Now, of course, it could also be a romantic partner or a friend that you were sort of waiting for them to be ready. And now you're like, no, enough's enough. You know, it just feels like someone's taking the piss, you know. So you get this inspired action, which is amazing. It feels like it's coming from a King of Pentacles energy for you. But it comes out of this Five of Cups. Now, the Five of Cups talks about regret from the past. And it feels like you may be fired up because you are just a bit annoyed about how long things have taken for you to reach this point. It's like, why? It's like, why does it have to get to that level before you are not pushed to do something? It's like someone's pushed you to the brink over here. Okay, and now you're standing on your own 2 feet and you're kind of going, no, I'm gonna forge my own plan forward. I'm gonna create my own sense of security. I'm gonna be my own boss, right? And I feel like you also are getting legal advice at this time, a mentor's advice, a wise advice. Okay, so even if you're dealing with a relationship that isn't business, then it's like you are definitely making sure that you get some advice and either some career advice or even some counseling as well regarding this. But you're ready to go. You're ready to make this new step forward, and it's really well supported for you. The Magician is beautiful because it's clarified by the Empress, the Fool, and the Moon. Okay, so the Empress and the Fool tell me that you have you have the ability to create a lot of abundance within yourself. Okay, to perhaps start something that is very creative. Perhaps some of you are thinking about leaving work and rather becoming a mother or parent, because the Empress has that maternal kind of instinct attached. but it's a Fool card. It's a brand new journey that you're embarking on. And while the road may not seem clear because we've got that Moon card there, even though it's uncertain, you are still charging forward. Okay, you've got a lot of supporting cards here for you. So I absolutely love this. Okay. Now what you don't see coming is perhaps a little bit of a hiccup. Okay, we may have a choice that needs to be made regarding something from the past that's going to cause or require you to be outside your comfort zone, all right, which is what we always do when we start something new, but be outside your comfort zone and have the stamina and drive to move forward. Okay, so we may have a decision relative to a past situation. So even if you're starting something new and taking the bull by the horns and making it happen, there you may have the past creeping back up, catching up with you a little bit. So let us clarify and see what that's all about. I'm not taking down this. These are such small cards. Okay. Okay, under the Lovers we have Four of Cups, the Star, the Page of Wands. Under the Six of Cups we have the Ten of Swords, Nine of Cups, Two of Cups. Under the Strength card we have the King of Cups. You've got all the kings now, every single king. So you may be dealing with a lot of masculine energy around you. We've got the Ten of Cups, Ten of Wands, and we've got the Devil card. Yeah, okay. So this very much seems to me like someone's trying to bring you back in, reel you back in. It could be either from the workplace with that Page of Wands or through matters of the heart. Okay, so the Lovers card, which traditionally talks about a choice that needs to be made, and often it's about a choice of where our passions lie, right? We've got the Four of Cups over here, the Star, and the Page of Wands. So what I see happening over here is there's an offer that's coming towards you, but you having none of it. Okay, your focus rather is to heal with the Star. Now the Star talks about healing, it talks about faith, hope for the future, wish fulfillment. Okay, it feels to me like there's an offer that's coming on in, and you can make the choice to take it or leave it. The choice is yours, of course. It could be regarding a new business, a new area of work that you've tried before, which if that's separate to a different situation from the past, then excellent, then go for it. If it's connected, I would be wary, okay? Because under the Six of Cups, this is my past energy here, okay? We've got the Ten of Swords with the Nine of Cups and the Two of Cups. So what I'm seeing here is something from the past that you believed was your wish fulfillment, your happy ever after, this close connection you've got. You're now recognizing that the way you thought about that is dead, done and over with. So for some of you, this is definitely the ending of a very strong relationship, okay? It's something, it's like you can never go back to the way things were. Your belief systems regarding that is now over, okay? And even though you believed that it was what you were hoping for, and where it felt like a beautiful divine counterpart, actually it almost feels like within yourself, your head your consciousness is expanded, and perhaps it's not level anymore. You're not the Two of Cups anymore, where there's that equality, the contrast, the complementary action anymore. It feels like you've sort of risen above that a bit, okay? So it does feel to me like in the workplace you may get an offer which might be quite nice, okay? Because it does have the Star card there, so that is quite nice. But if it's connected to some sort of close connection that is wanting to kind of reel you back in, I'd be wary of that. Only because under the Strength card we have the King of Cups, the Ten of Wands, and the Devil card. Okay, so where you are acquiring strength at this time is about sort of being very, I don't want to say cautious, but very settled in, really kind of connected to your heart. I feel like it's really, really important that you really be true to you at this time, because you're so close to reaching the end of a cycle with this situation. And I do feel like it has been a bit toxic. It could again be related to that work, especially if you're deciding to leave work and then start something new, start something on your own perhaps. It has the ability to really stress you out. Okay, it has the ability to create a bit of toxicity around you, and this is why it's really, really important to tune into your heart with the King of Cups and be honest and open to what your heart is telling you. That's why you require strength this time. That's why it's going to be putting you outside your comfort zone, and you're going to be needing to sort of, it's almost like that ego chatter that goes on in our head. When we make a decision, we've made a decision from our heart and we know, we're sure about it, and then we get all these little niggly feelings coming on in. You need to know that you are at the end of the road of this toxicity that you've now moved away from, but it is going to require strength, determination, courage. Okay, you have more reserves in you than you realize at this point. Okay, so just keep forging forward, keep forging forward. I do feel like this Six of Cups energy at that Ten of Swords is a situation that you really don't want to revisit at this time. Okay, it's been and done. Now Mercury has gone direct now, so we don't need these blasts from the past anymore. Mercury isn't retrograde anymore. Okay, but they have plenty of time. Okay, to come forward. They didn't. It messed up. There was conflict. Now you're moving forward. Okay. The outcome for the month, we've got the Seven of Swords, the Knight of Wands, and the Four of Wands. Okay, so I feel like we're going to clarify, but for the majority of you, I feel like you are treading very carefully. Okay, as you move to the end of the month, you're treading carefully in the way of how you apply yourself in the world, how you're going to apply for positions, if that resonates with you, as in the Knight of Wands, how you sort of apply yourself with obviously charisma and energy and enthusiasm, and how your focus is to do with freedom with the Four of Wands. But the way you're doing it is not in a very blatant way. It's like you're doing it behind the scenes. Okay, you're working out within yourself what is the best approach. Yeah, okay, because the Seven of Swords can also talk about tactics, strategy. Okay, so it feels like even though you have raced forward with that Chariot and you are implementing these new beginnings and saying no to the past, no to the past, I do feel that you are being very tactical by the end of the month. You're sort of switching up your energy and kind of going, okay, well now I'm going to sort of dip my toes in this and dip my toes in that. Okay, because my focus is freedom. My focus is I want to be really passionate about the things I do. Either the people I'm around or the work that I'm doing as well. Even if it's relating to your sense of health, you're like, no, this is not good for my health, so this is what I'm going to do instead. Okay, let us clarify. Okay, under the Seven of Swords, we have Strength again, Four of Swords, Magician. Okay, I see what's going on here. Knight of Wands, we have the Sun, yeah, the Page of Cups, yes, and the Seven of Swords again. Okay, so it's coming through in that way, right? Okay, Four of Wands, we've got the Page of Pentacles, Six of Cups again, and the Ace of Wands. Okay, so under that sort of strategy, there's part of the reason why you're sort of being treading a little bit carefully is because at the same time you're healing, okay, which is obviously requiring strength. We've got the Strength card with the Four of Swords and the Magician. Okay, so you go from this sort of fiery position to a kind of slowing down, whereby you're allowing yourself. It's like you're not. It almost gives me the feeling like you're telling people, oh yeah, I'm sick at the moment, or even if you've taken time off work, I'm sick at the moment, or you don't want to see anyone at the moment because you're actually doing some healing. And so you may not be physically sick, but you're needing the time to heal, okay? And as you heal, you step more into that magician. Now, we've had the magician now twice. So the energy of the magician, you being a master manifester, is really, really supporting you this month, okay? With the Knight of Wands, it's like you also might be, when I say sampling, like testing this and testing that, how you apply yourself to things. Again, it could be quite on the QT, subtly. We've got some lovely news coming in with the Page of Cups. The Sun, which shows me that you're starting to feel a lot more free, okay? Because we've got that baby, it just feels like, yeah, okay? And then we've got the Seven of Swords at the end. So then that's that tactical approach that I was talking about, okay? So if you apply yourself, it does feel to me like you're going to get really good news, a good response, okay? Something that may be quite fruitful. Work out so that whatever work that you're doing, even if it's a little side hustle that you're doing, it feels like it's very, very beneficial, but it feels again like you're not really telling many people about it because you're on your own journey now, because you're a bit fed up with having to deal with everyone else's vision, okay? You really are taking charge of your own vision this month, okay? Now, the Four of Wands, looking for that freedom. We've got the Page of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. So it's weird because I'm seeing the Six of Cups different to this challenge that was coming in for you. We have a completely different set of circumstances from somebody from the past, okay? It could be relative to children as well. But now we have the Ace of Wands twice, meaning now an offer comes in for you that gets you really excited, which is that Ace of Wands over there, okay? But not only is it going to help if you have children, help you in dealing with that, or perhaps it's something to do with children, because you've got children there as well. It is, I just really like it because it's something, it's almost like, for example, if you're looking for your own another position, working position, this tells me that you can kind of choose your own hours, has a lot more freedom with relative to that. Perhaps you can do some of the work from home. It will pay enough, you know, and it is something that feels more that what the love that you put into it, it will be quite rewarding, okay? Which is a very different energy to have in the beginning of the month with this other people seeing things from totally different perspectives, okay? So it's regardless of whether it's a person in your life that you're sort of choosing to move away from, or a situation that is work relative, okay? For me, it massively feels like you are becoming a lot more self-assured. You're not putting up with the BS anymore, okay? And you're kind of going, no, enough's. I've done everything I can possibly do. I'm taking charge of my own life, and I don't need that. And as you do so, you're creating, even if it's a little bit kind of beneath the radar, you're creating your own sense of freedom and excitement, okay? So with having the Ace of Wands twice and the Magician twice, this is beautiful, beautiful energy. So I love it, Pisces. I love it, I really do. Okay, let us get an oracle card just to close off this reading. What does Pisces need to know, please, for their highest good? It really does feel like a wish come true as well, because it's something that's rewarding, it will pay, it's exciting, because we've got that Star card over there as well. And it's almost like when one door closes, another one opens, okay? So even though the thing that you were hoping would work out, that wish fulfillment, the Ten of Swords said, nah, it didn't, unfortunately. But it put you to the place you are now. It led you to this step now, okay? Right, what does Pisces need to know? Got two cards here. Birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. Okay, so this is where you are the Chariot for sure. You are absolutely creating a brand new lifestyle for yourself. Okay, you're changing things up, and you're doing it with quite a lot of pace as well. This is This is a little bit of a lifestyle makeover for you. And then Star Mother, this is a gentle message from Spirit. How can you mother yourself? We had the Star card turn up and we had the Four of Swords turn up. So you are definitely, even though things are kind of happening very fast this month, there's a lot of healing that's taking place as a result of that too. So even if you have to make a sudden dash for something, you have to suddenly leave because it just becomes too much, too heavy, too toxic for you, then even though you have this pull and momentum to make a huge shift and things are happening really, really fast, it's important that you designate a little bit of time for yourself every day just to do a bit of healing, just to kind of do a bit of self-love, a bit of care. And sometimes the best way to think about that is, if our child, I don't have children, but I have nieces and nephews, but if one of my nieces or nephews, or my child, if I had a child, was ill or heartbroken or upset, what would I do to them to nurture them, love them, care for them? How can I lift their spirits? And sometimes it's easier to think about that when we apply it to someone we love, and then figure out what those things are and then apply it to yourself. Okay, because Spirit is saying yes, 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 you are in a birthing stage now. Okay, and we've got the Empress and the Fool, so and we've got that a lot of children coming up over here, so maybe this is also to do with children, birth, right? And we've got birth and mother. So but it's really important that you are embracing the energy of self-care at this time, all right? Because it's quite a fast pace going on this month for you. So that would just help to ground you a little bit, just to kind of make sure that you are keeping yourself well fed, well rested, mentally switching off when you can. Okay, put some nice music on that is new music that's not associated to past events. Anything like that will be probably quite beneficial for you this month. Alright, so that's all I have for you. I hope it helped, I hope it resonated. If you're interested in a personal reading, check out my website, loveitandmore.com, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.